Hey, my name's Joe Dixon. I hope you are well. In this video, I want to talk about Section 21. They're called no-fault evictions. The government's made a big U-turn on this, and this is going to be big news for people that live in a rented property and landlords alike. So this is a really important video to understand what's happening right now in that market. Now, before we jump into it, as always, smash the like button, guys. Tickle the like button. Do something with the like button. That really helps us with the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't done before, what are you doing? Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification. We had 2,000 subscribers in 2 weeks, which is crazy. We're going to hit 11,000 pretty quickly now. So smash that subscribe and hit the bell notification. So Section 21. These are called no-fault evictions, and you can serve this notice because you want your property back. Now, that might be that you want to just get rid of a tenant and that you just are having difficulties with, and you want to get it back on the market, or some people do it a little unscrupulous ways because they want to get higher rents. There's various different reasons why people use Section 21. But it gave landlords that little bit of comfort that if they needed to, at a certain time, they could get that property back. Now, the government had proposed to abolish this Section 21. And what that meant was that you would then have a real reason to get rid of your tenants. And it couldn't be that you just want to get rid of them because you don't like them and you want to put the market rate up. It had to be a real reason. Now, that seems fairly reasonable, and I didn't really have much problem with that. I've never actually served a Section 21 myself, but here's the thing. It does mean that a lot of landlords might actually stay in the market now, which is good, because over the last few years, tons of landlords have been leaving because there's been so many things thrown at them all at once. The threat of Section 21 being taken away, that was a big problem because people want to know if the tenant doesn't pay that they can get their property back and get someone in that does pay. That's important. They also want to have not a little bit more certainty about energy performance certificates. So for the last few years, the government has said you're going to have to get your energy rating up to a level C. Now, on certain properties, particularly old Victorian houses, that's very hard or impossible. And so that was a concern for landlords, and we were being told we would have to spend at least £10,000. Well, if you couple that with the fact that we've also had something called Section 24, which is where your rent gets taxed on the gross amount, then things haven't been too rosy. 30% of landlords have left the market, and Section 21 was coupled with these other things was one of those reasons. So Michael Gove is doing the Rental Reform Act at the moment. And what he said is that Section 21 is still proposed to go through. So the abolishment of Section 21 is still something that they're looking to do. However, he feels that the court system is not in an organised fashion at the moment, that they could be fair to landlords that have a problem, that need to get rid of a tenant. Let's just say you had a tenant that hadn't paid you rent for 6 months. The court system wouldn't be able to get that person out quickly. You might wait another 6 months, so you might lose a whole year of rent while you've still got to pay that mortgage, while they could also demand maintenance issues to be fixed as well. And that's a real problem. And so landlords have had this problem, and the court system isn't fit for purpose at the moment. So what Michael Gove is suggesting is that there will be a fast track process in court. So if you have tenant issues or disputes, you can get those dealt with very quickly in order to get your property back. So it would be similar. Well, it wouldn't be similar. You'd have to go to court rather than issuing just a Section 21, but it would be better than today's court system. And so that's what they're trying to fix first. Now, what Labour is saying and other places are saying is that that's not likely to happen for years. And so effectively, this has just been another policy that's been kicked down the road. And it just likely means that Section 21 is here to stay for the foreseeable future. To rehaul the court system that is already massively behind and massively inefficient is not going to happen anytime soon. And so that kind of is positive news for landlords. So we can say, I can definitely say, for at least 5 years, unless Labour come into power and change this, but for at least 5 years, in the current situation, Section 21 will be around. And so that gives some people a little bit more comfort. While landlords are being hit really hard, you've got interest rates going up, you've got tax going up, you've got house prices going down, you've got all of these things going on at once. So this will be a little bit of a reprieve for landlords. Now, I know if you're a renter, you're going to look at this video and in the comments, you're going to think, well, stuff the landlords, like that's their problem. Well, the problem is that if you make more landlords leave this market, you've already lost 30%. If you want more of them to leave, then these policies will ensure that happens. What will then happen is there will be so few rental properties on the market, which is the problem you've got right now, that rents will keep rising at record rates. That's the problem that we've got at the moment. We don't have enough rental properties. And so the government is starting to become a little bit more landlord friendly. Michael Gove is being a little bit more landlord friendly in his language that he's using at the moment. And that is positive. You don't want bad landlords. You don't want unscrupulous landlords. What you want is landlords that do a good job and give a good service. And there are tons of those out there. So stop penalising them and give them that opportunity to help people. So Section 21, it looks like it's going to be kicked down the road for a long period of time. Anyway, that's positive. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do subscribe if you haven't done already. Go and check out some more content on my channel. Why don't you go and watch this video right here.